Hey guys, well, after about 3 months, possibly even more, we're finally back. I've been away for a little bit, had some training to do for work, but finally back, and we got a ton of pops while we were gone. Eventually we'll show you all of them, and then we'll get back into Funko pop hunting and searching around and all that, but I figured let's get something going. So the first thing we wanted to do was I figured I'd show you some of the collections I finished while we've been gone. The first one that I think I'm going to show you is the Back to the Future pop collection, and this was one of the first ones that I got, was the Doc Emmett Brown. I think this was in like my first 5 to 10 that I purchased. So, and there's only 2 in the set, just him and Marty. So this was actually a pretty simple one to collect, and I ended up getting Marty. I've actually had this collection completed for a while, but this is the first time I believe I'm showing it as a completed collection. And I know that they make a pop ride of the DeLorean with Marty, but as of right now, I'm not really into the pop rides. The only one as of now that I might get is Ecto 1, and that's because they've kind of screwed us and not being able to get Winston by himself. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why Winston always seems to get the shaft. He's part of the Ghostbusters, but for some reason they only seem to include the other 3. He always seems to be left out, and then they just kind of tossed him in Ecto 1, and that seems to be right now the only way you can get him, unless you get the 4-pack exclusive with the marshmallow, but that's kind of expensive to get right now, so eventually I might have to cave and get that just so I can have Winston. But I'm not, as of now, going to get the DeLorean because I have Marty and I have Doc, and that's the collection for now. Maybe they'll come out with some more Back to the Futures. Hopefully they do. One of my favorite movies. I don't see why we don't have a Biff. I don't see why we don't have different Martys or Docs. There's 3 different movies. They have different outfits. But as of now, that's all they come out with, and that's what we have. So that's one completed collection.
And finally, here is my Back to the Future series. Like I said, they do have a pop ride, but at this point, I don't plan on collecting pop rides. Possibly in the future, who knows. I always say I'm not going to collect them or collect something, and I end up doing it anyway. But one of my favorite movies, and like I said, I hope that they eventually come back to this, make a few more, but with all the other things that they're making right now, that could be a long shot.
The next completed collection that I finished is actually a really hard one to find nowadays. I ended up getting the first Avengers set completed. I found this one in a Walgreens while searching for the Walgreens exclusives, which I still have not been able to completely finish. But when I saw this, I had to pick it up. So I got Iron Man. They also had a Captain America there, but it was all bent up, and I decided not to get it, but I ended up finding it at a different one. So Captain America. And then my wife was lucky enough to track down Thor, Nick Fury, and the Hulk. Now, I already had a Hulk in the regular Marvel Pops, but this is pretty much the same looking Hulk, but I had to get it to complete the collection. So I also know that they make a Loki that is I believe a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive, but that is insane to find and really expensive online. If I find it, I'll get it, and my collection will be even better, but there is only 5 on the back, and that's what I consider the collection, and I have them. So that is the second collection that I have finished.
And here's a close-up of the Avengers set. We have Captain America, Iron Man, Thor, the Hulk, and Nick Fury. And they come out with the Avengers Age of Ultron set, which I have started to collect. I wasn't going to get the main guys again because I had them in this, but when I got the glow-in-the-dark Hulk, and I got the Iron Man and Captain America free from Pop-Tarts, so I figured might as well just get the Thor. I will eventually, and I still need to get a few more out of that before that is completed. Obviously, Black Widow and Scarlet Witch aren't even out yet, and for some reason Quicksilver hasn't even been announced. Hopefully they'll have one. He was a really good character in the movie. But that's
finally, my favorite collection, which again I think I explained that this is half the reason I got into this, was I was collecting He-Man characters and I found a He-Man pop. So this is kind of how I sort of got into collecting pops. Was I got this at an FYE, and the same day I found She-Ra at a Hot Topic. Which left only the bad guys to get. And I got a glow-in-the-dark Skeletor, which is one out of only 480 pieces. And I know that there's another one of these, a metallic version I believe, which as of right now I don't have. But again, I said once I get the 5 on the back that the collection's complete, so technically it is. But because I'm such a He-Man fan, I'm probably going to track that down as well, and I will have that. And if I get it, I will show it to you. And just completed, my wife got me Spikor, and to finish the collection, Hordak for our anniversary.
Alright, here's a closer look at the He-Man collection. We have He-Man himself, She-Ra, which is actually He-Man's sister from another spin-off cartoon, which is She-Ra, Skeletor, which is obviously He-Man's main villain, Spikor, which is a villain with Skeletor, and Hordak, which is the leader of the Horde, and somehow ended up becoming the main villain for She-Ra. I really hope that they make a few more of these. I don't know why we have a random Spikor when there's no Orko or Man-at-Arms or somebody like that who's a little bit more prominent in the series. Spikor was just a henchman of Skeletor. I mean, really cool pop though, but I'd really like to have an Orko. That'd be awesome. So
I have a ton of other collections started, possibly 1 or 2 more to complete them in all of them, and eventually once I track them down and I get them, I will show them off. I also got a ton of different other ones, single ones, collections started that I'm not even close to getting done. Eventually I will show them. We also got a bunch of F-boxes while we were gone. We've gotten all 3, I believe, that have come, and we'll show you what we got out of them. At least the pops. But we're back. We'll have more coming. My son also wants to show you his collection. He's got a ton more since he started collecting, and we'll have a video for that as well. So stay tuned. Pass this on. If you're a Funko Pop collector, we'll do our best to show you what we get. We'll do our best to show you our searches and what we can find, and just have some more content for you within the next few weeks, and hopefully continue for a lot longer. And we won't have any huge hiatuses again, hopefully not. So until next time, we'll see you. Bye.